That's the spirit. You make your way up the shore. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Bababás.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your
Green and fish. What about?
You take the blade from the door to the basement. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Done that.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly focused on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk.
Then your lip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other? Then I'm not talking to you.
أنا برسم بس كنت أدبس الموضوع with.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
She doesn't want to talk.
You stare at the princess, squinting fiercely. She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you? You'll have to blink eventually. Just make a choice. You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck. Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
I finished the job.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things.
Everything
goes
goes
dark,
dark and you die.
And you die.
The Razor.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
here to
yeah.
slay.
Praise to the princess. She also killed me at Tiffany Tower.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again. Stabbed to death? And you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine. A warning. She will lie.
It could be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her for what she...
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
E facas. Olha o gajo. Estás aqui. O que estás aqui a fazer? I come close to you. I'm just going to say it. Remember last time.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you.
É só. É a primeira que eu estou a jogar.
Give me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
last time. Opa! Vou ponderar. E sabe, deve haver para PC, presumo. Verdade que o que dizer esta. Foda-se, isto é tanta coisa. Já agora diz-me qual é que é o melhor deles, ou o melhor para começar, I guess.
All sorts of things, which is why I think that's a great idea. I would love to not be chained up down here. Being chained up is so boring, and I crave fresh and new activities to broaden my horizons.
Please don't let her out of here. Believe it or not, I think I'm actually with him on this. Okay, but what if all of this is just a misunderstanding? There has to be room for this to be a misunderstanding.
Approach the princess. Screw it.
The princess
Isto é
falls
fake, mano.
silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Força nisso, puto.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her.
É, mano. Tentar.
I think we can do this. I think we can
Ciao.
win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers at first, then yours. How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red,
Goddamn.
angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and
Bruh.
a painful squelch, she does just that.
Everything goes dark and you die.
And you die.
Mesmo.
You're on a path.
Ai, que é com caralho. Isto é só spikes.
Fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking
Tchau, mano.
cabin.
Fica bem.
Your what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal
Jesus.
pushing you towards. Wait, excuse me? What just happened? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Este gajo está aqui
Great.
outra
So
vez.
obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure. You take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it. If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Patch the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. It was never there. Just an illusion. Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves.
God damn.
The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming.
Oh shit.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
We're going to fight her again. We're going to have to stiff upper whip about it. She can turn the sweet dance. That's us. We're going to appeal to her authority for up a bit. I'm going to try flirting with her. What the fuck? She has swords for arms and we don't. Panic. She wants back us fight, but all these ideas suck something, bro. Flirting.
I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster? I'd rather not. I'm into it. Can't say I mind either. If it weren't for all the cheating, I'd say she's pretty cute. Can we flirt by fighting her, though?
Do you want to kill me with us? Anyone ever told you how courageous you are? I feel like I will get you. Even maybe you can just give her the book of what you going into that.
A rosy blush flushes in the princess's cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
You're the only person I know, so that's a first. You're sweet. I like you. You're also gorgeous.
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
Still gonna kill you though.
Ao dar-te abraço, ficas cortado em dois.
Oh, I like her. I like her a lot. Blush
Oh, no.
glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you. Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Your Honor. No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us.
All we need is to keep fighting.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving.
We'll win her heart eventually.
Come on, show me something new.
We're going to fight her again. We're going to have to step her. And conditions organic. It doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness whips from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that
Just
whispers.
panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you. And then everything goes
Was
dark,
dark and you die.
and you die.
Chapter 4. Ichu is sure destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Oh, what if? Throw it out the window.
Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
Yeah, they're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
This is curb.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat
What?
as it stretches and
Oh,
tears.
fuck.
Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the
Huh.
walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Bro,
Absolutely divine.
tentado estava forte com um demónio de espadas.
The perfect
E outro.
woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Não há janelas, mano.
Painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. Narrator, what just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too. Oh, what the
Something
fuck?
feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet, through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her bow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. It is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your heart's pound, and the faster the momentum follows within you. And endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Chupa! Utterance still, as the resolving vanquish a sharp foe. Both strikes are lethal, neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Ciao, bitch! Mirror again. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. Some free to live, memory returns. Mirror. You do so. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. What? But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled, in shadow, just beyond the reflection.
I think you know what I am.
Oh shit! A crack slides on the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. Then another crack forms and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Whoa! So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. It's 13 pieces. Que caralho, isto vai dar merda, mano. What is this place?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
You have anything to say for yourself for all of these years?
I do. People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Ok, não posso fazer tantas perguntas, I guess.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
You're the one who wanted to see the princess away?
Among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
I was made to do this single task who made me. Remember?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
God, I always knew I was special.
Yes, you are special, unique even, and you still have a task that you need to do, and only you can do it.
One of my Wait up if I walk away or stop a
We've
special.
already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece
I'm
of
aware,
advice.
and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Cares about dying. I've done plenty of times.
You haven't. You've flirted with dying. You've played pretend. But your consciousness is an unbroken stream.
Have you even Are you God or were you a God? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
Run out of questions. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to swear, and I want you to know that before I forget. Yes, I'm going to swear. I haven't said what I'm going to do yet. I still have to say what she thinks about all
I've
this.
said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
The final fragment of glass shatters you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right, you are the one quiet, and a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. Oh, this is you. This is the game one last time. Bring the razor full to her. In your gravity arts of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness. So there is nothing for you to find. What? Ligeiramente confuso. Ah! É ela ou
I
elas.
can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I miss you too. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear about the conversation? I don't really know what that means. I already know about the echo.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the one quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So we have done finished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
So this is something that don't you ever say no if this was this or falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
So the princess. I think it's some first way this was, but I don't know where to go. There's been a way this can't just come down to me either destroying or writing you what I want to it.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts are not you. Alive, dead, then alive and dead, and alive and dead all at once.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
I did rise far above, and I'm far above. As I understood it then. Appeal to your shared humanity. Ai, foda-se, é tanta merda, mano. Sure.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you. You are divine. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring. But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion. But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things. A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
This desire we have no need to relationships. Let's all be one.
And it is through those desires that each of us found the other. And it is through each other that we will find our freedom. That cold fire has left your eyes. Are you finally willing to listen?
Oh god, a freaky bitch.
Fear that pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. If losing a body is contained within having a body, losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
It wasn't just some fear, you broke me to your will.
Were you afraid when you stepped through that door? Or were you enticed by what might come next? By what might lie beyond fear? By what you might become?
picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale? You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair, you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars. But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out, and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
So that is a mockery of our life's truth. And I want all the worlds to all the worlds. The only reason we weren't happy was because we couldn't forget that living life we shared.
It was a cruelty of this construct. Leave with me when the time comes, and we can find a true life together.
Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
Even when you reduce me to nothing, you cannot get rid of me. I was able to.
Death is a fantasy. Only those who lack perspective see it as anything other than transformation. You cannot destroy me.
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It is the belief in the things you believe in when you get set above it all. What do you think happens if we live here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
This is one of the things you believe when you get to set above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
Set of fences. Get everyone ready to go. And everyone is fighting but how do we live? Princess. You've done everything you can to make me understand if you choose this missing mind. If you think you can change me, then I know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. Can't beat this. Let's kill you, I'll let you free.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. Isto aqui é matar-me. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation and you feel a sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning cosmic scale. But a twisted and crumpled and bound is agonized tension to infinite. You can feel the glass of the gunshots pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and stand against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once the unwielding tension breaks. You are free and she is with you.
Magnificent.
Oh shit, aquilo é mesmo IRL grass. Damn. There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that is simple as Rapunzel.
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you always have been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone. The two of you will never know fear, and you and she are finally home. Bem, isto é chinês, I guess. Huh. Interessante. Finish the game, it doesn't count. Thanks so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude is a track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a shortcut, a screenshot, when at the end, engage. That you've finished the full story for the first time. You've also unlocked the gallery. You can access it from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab. It's full of clues and what you appear to do. This was the for somewhere else. Make a playlist for the game. Start memories. Huh. The Hero Princess Space Between. Betrayer. Oh, it's a lot of shit, bro. Find the prisoner. Pois isto é os diferentes pets. Find the tower. Foda-se, há bués, man. Hold up, se eu for tipo a tower. Space Between. Them both of you on a complete existence. Yeah, there's a lot of shit, brother. Esta é a última. Espera. Memories. Se eu vier aqui e aqui. Ah, ok, isto é só mesmo a arte. Bem, back, continue. Go. Game, I guess. New game? Maybe?
You're on a path.
Yeah, on the beds, blah blah blah. History, não. Como é que eu acedi à gallery a partir daqui? Skip. Não. How the fuck? Ah, é mesmo. Pá, esqueci-me pipa. Find the prison, find the space, find the... Everything will be so easy if you were just do exactly as I say, as quickly as you can. Always with minced physicals. Get her to break her own chains. Find the witch. So continue, Kevin.
You make your way up the short a warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with it. Ignore him.
Kevin.
The interior
Isto é que é não
of the
fazer
temple is
perguntas,
almost
I guess.
The blade is your
Take the blade.
You take the blade.
Internet basement? Deve ser não fazer perguntas, é só entrar, tipo, se foda.
The door to the base. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you. Good.
Certo.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
here to kill me or something?
Still doesn't stuff
You
forward.
step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
So this is...
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course she's dead. I'm not sure if she is. Of course not, no seriously.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
It's bullshit, I'm okay. It's gonna be
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Sport. You should never. I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea?
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay, maybe we're not happy. No, we're happy. Sure.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
The good ending. Yiffy. Wow. Okay. Onion twist. I guess that's it. The Raconer, yeah. With visions, yeah. Always with a means of easy egress. Get her to break around chains. And the spectre. Fury. How the fuck do I do this? Será que eu quero tentar outro? Se calhar não quero tentar outro. Posso ir mais um, I guess. New game.
Your honor, you're
Blah
here.
blah blah, I'm on the pet, já sei.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make a warning. We're not going to ignore it.
Why?
The interior blade.
Cover. The prisoner. Enter the vessel.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light, and her voice
Hello?
is hypnotized. Don't let it.
I've reached the part.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the prince. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Let's offer us. See what we can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a kid in paradise,
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
That's the door. Let's go over.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you... Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with a as she rips her flesh from her bone. A sound comes from behind you. The clang of... It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
That's possessive.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the... No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she...
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Peraí. Server tomou missões. Deixa eu ver quanto compete.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
So the princess.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your... If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like... As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened.
Escrevi para o ending errado.
But it's over. Everything
Agora
goes
está a
dark,
candidato The Beast.
and you die.
The Witch, ok.
You're on a path in the woods, and at
Até-
the end of that
até-
path, you're
até-
here to slay her.
Boa, já sei. Para ver se pensas.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show. A warning. She will lie. She will... Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done. The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. That's because there isn't a blade.
Yeah.
There's definitely says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
I trust my as well.
Come on now. He's pretty much in charge. Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself. You walk up to the wall next to the base. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case closed. Good work, everyone. No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Sorry about last time. Och med musik var med musik så kör jag med musik. Inte så nära på mig. Jag var närmt. Było så ładno, że to krot.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
The only mistake I ever made was thinking you would help me. And I'm not going to make the same mistake twice.
Well, that leaves us at a stalemate.
But unfortunately, I need you if I'm ever going to leave this place.
In interview with on your arm is supposed to get you out of those chains.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
What if you're near if you're going to stab in the back if I help you out here? Go at Swift.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Spoiler first step on the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? What did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done if you considered not being like that. Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Can't get back up, book my back. Tells us for intent, up here, okay.
Maybe you were, and maybe you weren't. But even more than I wanted my freedom, I really, really wanted to hurt you. And you know as well as I that by our very natures, only one of us could make it up those stairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! She's as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here. Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen then? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
Doesn't
I think
respond.
he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Ciao. Idzie zagadać czasu rozpłacamy za...
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
I know where she went and I don't know. There
It is. Does that mean the world ended? We're top of the pecking order now. Right, boy?
W jakim sposobem?
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
I know where she went and I don't know. Didn't even go about looking
Does this
for.
mean we won? Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I'm
Which-
begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you
It's
before.
different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror, it's your reflection. Sounds as if they're gone. The mirror remains instant within you. It's me! I want the person who is quite opposite the cabin. But I will. Make a check.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
The gift of fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Harry Watson is the princess. You know which one?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Tak nie, to ty. Your will cuts across anything in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Słuchaj, bazy. Bardzo.
Nothing as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Much I forgot, how many more pieces. What if I don't switch it to this man?
Then we will be here forever.
Yeah, well, I was sent to search if I help you, is what you can do. It's just 605, much I forgot. It's because I know it kill you.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Can make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything was dark and you die. A righteous arts. Bring the witch.
You're on a path. You're here.
Ja, on the bed, dawaj. Isto quit aqui. Isto to quit. Yes. Isto é o jogo. Não queria estar com o jogo. Fuck. Queria ver as memories. Não queria só dar coito de safada. Só ver as memories e fica por aqui esse stream, I guess. Oh. Memories. Find aggressive prisoners. And there are caves no place to fight and it's Jericho in combat. Stuck out. Do início da costa, find the prisoner, the spectre, the adversary, character to break. Isto é que eu não estou a subir, mano. Que dá-lhe fuck a ela. Always a means of easy grace. Não sei o que é quer dizer a graça. Then both of it in complete existence. Back where it all started. The end is never the end, so the end. No progress. What the fuck you mean, bro? Tentar atacá-la? E está aqui a faltar uma. Ah não, da Razer está aqui, normalmente. Por acaso é quase todos os finais desta. Game boards. Colin. Set your eyes at the end of everything. Ah, ok. Prison guard. Beating free. Pois, porque eu vi as perspectivas das outras gajas. Desta não. Set your eyes. Yeah, ok. Just. Oh no, Slayer. Changing, yes sir. Esta cena era que me estava a dar mais fuck up, mano. É isso e é da fucking nightmare. Agora te help from the put of us. It's one way over. Hand, not in hand. And on the start. Citra seated eyes at the end of everything. Citra is at the end of everything as it dances under the stars. Deve ser do final. Em vez de tirar ela da cabin. Ok. Kill your worst dreams or be killed by the consequence. Epá, puto, não acredito em fazer fucking nightmare outra vez, mano. Ah! Ser bad mouse. É, mas estou a perceber a lógica. What? be everything has been nothing at all. Is it your eyes at the end of everything? What? Mas eu nunca desbloqueei esta? Ou é a gaja final? A peek behind the curtains, like we fought the sun. Huh? Estou bem confuso. Deve ser a Spectre, I guess. Se bem que isto já está aqui desbloqueado. Bem. Jogo mais noutra altura. Foi giro.